What do you need, my Thane? Your sword and your shield. am your sword and your shield.
I mostly deal with petty thievery and drunken brawls. Been too long since we've had a good bandit raid.
Hmm?
Take a good look around. I'm sure you'll find what you're looking for. If not, let me know. I might have it stored away. Everything's for sale, my friend. Everything. If I had a sister, I'd sell her in a second. Some may call this junk. Me, I call them treasures. Do come back. Everything's for sale, my friend. Everything. If I had a sister, I'd sell her in a second. I'd even buy one of your relatives if you're looking to sell. You just let me... Trinkets, odds and ends, that sort of thing. Remember, I'll give you the best deals or die trying. Everything... Some may call this junk. Me, I call them treasures. Do come back. Trinkets, odds and ends, that sort of thing. Remember... Or I'll give you the best deals, or... Some may call this junk. Me, I call them treasures. You come back. Some may call this junk. Me, I call them treasures. Do come back.
Well met, kinsman.
you're going to Riften. My spies report the Jarl's steward Anuriel has arrangements with the Thieves Guild that would be rather embarrassing if made public. I need you to find evidence of her corrupt activities, and use it to gain a measure of her cooperation. This will require stealth and discretion. The Jarl's guards won't take kindly to anyone rummaging through her steward's private quarters. Good. I can always count on you, can't I? It's like the ancient legends. Dragonborn.
Sorry, lass. I've got important things to do. We'll speak another time.
I need you to do me a favor, Dirge.
It's one thing to say you've got the skills to be a thief. It's another to actually use it. Lot of people looking for him. Don't know his name, but he's paid good money for nobody to know he's down here. He's holed up in the Ratway Warrens. Hardly ever leaves the place. Has someone bring him food and such. Crazy old coot from what I've heard. For that to stand out down here, he must really be off his nut.
I'm standing over it. Now get out of my way.
He's holed up in the Ratway Warrens. Be careful. You're not the only one looking for him. I haven't seen so much celebrating in years. Mercer is dead. We have a new guildmaster, and things are finally looking up. I only hope we can restore the guild to its former glory, after all the damage that's been done. Dangerous-looking elves, who didn't give their names. Draw your own conclusions. Now that you mention it, there is. I have a buyer with, shall we say, a very odd taste in literature, looking for some particular books. I'm told they're the ravings of a madman, a wizard named Arundel, and his peculiar cravings. It's said to be spread across 4 volumes, and very hard to come by. My client is offering quite a reward for them, which I'd split with you. Then we have a deal. In his later years, Arundel moved into some ice caves known as Ingvild. He preferred the solitude in which to perform his experiments. Splendid. There's a house available right now. Wonderful. Here is the key to your new home.
Genelia, can I offer you some friendly advice?
You can offer, but I
Recently,
may not buy.
a woman was found, naked and shivering along the road to Dawnstar. The only information the guard could get from her were tales of strange experiments, and Arundel scribbling in his journals.
I may just take you up on that one day.
Only rumors. He used to have a home in Dawnstar until they burned it down. The people say he was doing unspeakable experiments on reanimation. Rituals only a necromancer would perform. After he made for Ingvild, he was never heard from again. Aye. That one, right there, walking out the door. He was one of them asking about that old man you're looking for.
I have nothing. Leave me alone. Is someone there? There's
How you pay for meddling.
If you need marksman training, and you've got the coin, I'm ready.
Go away! What? No, that's not me. I'm not Esbern. I don't know what you're talking about. Delphine? How do you... So you finally found her. And she led you to me. And here I am, caught like a rat in a trap. So, Delphine keeps up the fight after all these years. You'd better come in and tell me how you found me and what you want. This'll just take a moment. This one always sticks. There we go. Only a couple more.
Bucket, knife, book, ink pot.
There we are. Come in. No. Make yourself at home. That's better. Now we can talk. So, Delphine keeps up the fight after all these years. I thought she'd have realized it's hopeless by now. I tried to tell her years ago. Haven't you figured it out yet? What more needs to happen before you all wake up and see what's going on? Alduin has returned just like the prophecy said. The dragon from the dawn of time who devours the souls of the dead. No one can escape his hunger, here or in the afterlife. Alduin will devour all things and the world will end. Nothing can stop him. I tried to tell them. They wouldn't listen. Fools. It's all come true. All I could do was watch our doom approach. Yes. You see, you know, but you refuse to understand. Oh yes, it's all been foretold. The end has begun. Alduin has returned. Only a Dragonborn can stop him. But no Dragonborn has been known for centuries. It seems that the gods have grown tired of us. They've left us to our fate as the plaything of Alduin the World Eater. What? You are? Can it really be true? Dragonborn? Then there is hope. The gods have not abandoned us. We must go. Quickly now. Take me to Delphine. We have much to discuss. Give me just a moment. I must gather a few things. I'll need... No useless trash. Better put my annotated annuad.
Yes. Book.
One moment. I know...
Yes. Ink pot. No.
Well, I guess that's good. Let's be off. need something? We should keep moving.
Bucket, knife, book, inkpot, stone. No, no, no.
That's who was asking about us. Kill her!
So, you're Brynjolf's new protege, eh? Don't look like much to me.
Well, if you're looking... Oh, a bit of this and a bit of that.
So, what do you think, my dear? A beautiful woman like you ever see yourself with an old codger like me?
Sure, we can talk. Sure, we can talk.
Can't wait to gut one of those rebels.
Good day, friend. Keeping well?
You're pretty, I'll give you that. Just stay away from my husband, Alvin.
Delphine. It's good to see you. It's been a long time.
It's good to see you too, Esbern. It's been too long, old friend. Too long. Well, then. You made it safe and sound. Good. Come on, I have a place we can talk. Orgnar, hold down the bar for a minute, will you?
Yeah, sure.
This way. Now then, I assume you know about...
Oh yes, Dragonbow. Indeed, yes. Well, this changes everything, of course. There's no time to lose, so we must locate. Let me show you. I know I had it here somewhere.
Esbern, what?
Give me just a moment. Ah, here it is. Come, let me... You see, right here, Skyhaven Temple. Constructed around one of the main very military camps in the Reach during their conquest of Skyrim.
Do you know what he's talking about?
Shh! This is where they built Alduin's Wall, to set down in stone all their accumulated dragon lore, a hedge against the forgetfulness of centuries. A wise and foresighted policy, in the event. Despite the far-reaching fame of Alduin's Wall at the time, one of the wonders of the ancient world, its location was lost.
Esbern, what are you getting at?
You mean, you don't... Alduin's Wall, one of the lost secrets of the Blades, where they recorded all they knew of Alduin and his return. Part history, part prophecy. Its location has been lost for centuries, but I've found it again. Not lost, you see, just forgotten. The Blade's archives held so many secrets. I was only able to save a few scraps.
Yes, exactly. Well, I think so. It's certainly our best hope. The ancient Blades remembered much Akaviri dragon lore that has now been forgotten. This is what I've been trying to explain. It's in the Skyhaven Temple, an ancient blade sanctuary hidden deep in the crags of the Reach.
That's where we'll find Alduin's Wall.
So you think that Alduin's Wall will tell us how to defeat Alduin?
Well, yes, but there's no guarantee.
Skyhaven Temple it is, then. I knew you'd have something for us, Esbern.
kill you.
Help with this one.
I think we're getting close. Let's keep moving. Lead on, Skyrim Temple. These pillars must have something to do with it.
Yes.
We must be getting close. We should proceed cautiously. It was a cold day. The end of Frostfall is nearly winter in the Gerol Mountains. We heard the news at Cloud Ruler by courier, riding hard from the Imperial City. 30th of Frostfall, 171. 30 years ago. The Great War started that day. The Thalmor ambassador delivered his ultimatum to the Emperor Titus Mede, the head of every Blades agent within the Aldmeri Dominion. I knew that day that it was truly the beginning of the end.
Here, let's see. You have the symbol for king, and warrior, and of course the symbol for dragonborn. That's the one that appears to have a sort of arrow shape pointing downward at the bottom. Yes, that's it. The symbol on the pillar on the left.
You did. It worked. Let's see what those things left in our way.
Yes,
Close to the entrance.
Here's the Blood Seal, another of the lost Akaviri arts. No doubt triggered by, well, blood. Your blood, Dragonborn. Look here. You see how the ancient blades revered Reman Cyrodiil?
It's coming to life.
Look, here is Ulthuan. This panel goes back to the beginning of time, when Alduin and the Dragon Cult ruled over Skyrim. Here, the humans rebelled against their dragon overlords, the legendary Dragon War. Alduin's defeat is the centerpiece of the war. You see, here is fallen from the sky. The Nord Tongs, masters of the voice, are arrayed against him.
So does it show how they defeated him? Isn't that why we're here?
Patience, my dear. The Akaviri were not a straightforward people. Everything is couched in allegory, mythic symbol. Yes, yes. This here, coming from the mouths of the Nord heroes, this is the Akaviri symbol for shout. But there's no way to know what shout is meant.
You mean they used a shout to defeat Alduin? You're sure?
Oh, yes. Presumably something rather specific to dragons. Or even Alduin himself. Remember, this is where they recorded all the news of Alduin and his return.
So we're looking for a shout then. Damn it. You ever heard of such a thing? A shout that can knock a dragon out of the sky? Have you ever heard of a shout that can knock a dragon out of the sky? I was afraid you were going to say that. I guess there's nothing for it. We'll have to ask the Greybeards for help. I hope to avoid involving them in this, but we have no other choice. Right. Good thing they've already let you into their little cult. Not likely they'd help Esbern or me if we came calling. We'll look around Skyhaven Temple and see what else the old blades might have left for us. It's a better hideout than I could have hoped for. Talos guard you.
Look here, in the third panel. The prophecy which brought the Alkaviri to Tamriel in the first place. In search of the Dragon Ball. Here are the Alkaviri, the blades. You see their distinctive long swords. Now they mean an ancient mission fulfilled.
Hey, you're the one who killed Elaine de Fontaine. Lightly armored means light on your feet. Smart.
I'm not much of a strategist, but Lord Ulfric listens to... The Jarl has put out a bounty on some bandits. Here, take a look at this decree for details. Travel safely. It's dangerous out there.
Yes? Make it quick. I'm a busy man. Go with the gods.
I have a lot of respect for the Restoration School. Skyrim could use more healers.
If Ulfric needs a favor, he has it. Anyone else mind what or who you practice this on? Take a look. Strength and steel are well and good, but magic... is the true power in this world.
start running, I'll stab you in the back.
Yo!
End this price.
What do you want?
There?
You should unload some of that on the...
I'm not much of a strategist. Excellent. You've done us a great service. Here is your reward. Travel safely. It's dangerous out there.
Leave me alone. Unless you're here to solve this nightmare problem, I don't need you.
Tired. Be mindful of that.
They won't hold Dawnstar forever.
The Imperials think us all lawless beasts. I'm proof of their ignorance. Yeah? Huh? I understand. Fight or die well.
There was a fight down in the Ratway, but
Did we have an appointment? Someone actually interested in what I'm doing. Amazing! Well, allow me to explain. My experimentation involves a magical construct and a reagent that will allow the construct to maintain a field of permanent harmonic energy.
And Uriel, would you please stop declaring that the city is safe for the Jarl?
Aha! So, you're a student of theoretical applied harmonics. Putting aside Ralston's constant of universal inversion for a moment, how would you approach the problem? You draw the harmonic energy into the reagent, or allow it to generate its own field?
That's all. Don't be angry with me.
I'm not angry with you. Tell you what, lover. Calipers? That's utterly ridiculous. Maybe long ago you could just find calipers in every household across Tamriel, but not anymore. Hold on. You've given me a brilliant idea. Just as calipers hold materials in place, a soul siphon can hold magic fields in place. Genius! And I'm sure you've completely worked out how to counteract complete dimensional collapse, right?
I will hear no more of this, Herald. Do you understand?
Of course!
No.
9 is the most basic of magical principles. Oh, how stupid of me. That completely takes care of all your basic problems. Magicka burn, dimensional collapse, and thermic drift. You've done it! Now, if I can only remember what we were originally talking about.
Perhaps not. I'm disappointed in you, brother. You had it all.
Yes, I could use some help with that. An assistant, perhaps?
At least
No. Maybe a familiar. No, too messy. Well, at any rate, organization is not my strong suit. Not at all. I need as much help as I can get. In fact, if you could retrieve a few things for me, I could start on my next set of experiments.
Maven is one of the few people I can trust, and
As you can imagine, I tend to forget things often. Leave things around. I really must learn to put these things away. What I need is my Dwemer stirring spoon, my orichalcum ingot, and my grand soul gem. In fact, I could use them immediately. Bring those items back to me, and I'll be happy to experiment on you. No, that isn't right. I'd be happy to reward you. Excellent. I can't wait. Well, why are you still standing here? Oh, right. You need to know where they are. That would help.
Anuriel, a word, please.
Yes, my lady? Let's see.
It's been brought to my attention.
Last time I used the Dwemer's spoon was at my dear friend Bodhi's house in Iverstead. Fellstar Farm, I believe it's called. The orichalcum ingot should still be at Winterhold at the Frozen Hearth Inn. I don't know why I didn't just take it with me. And last is the soul gem. I left that one in Windhelm at the White Phial alchemy shop. It was a good trade, too. Oh well. Huh. I had you figured for a mage. I think you'll appreciate this.
Harald, I have need of you.
I have to remember.
Yes, Mother.
Ward
What is
first,
it?
then
This situation with the
You're
sewers.
trespassing
Imperials
here.
think we
You
need
better
their
clear out.
People
laws.
have entered this place and have gone missing. Do you know of this?
Yes, I've heard such things. Anuriel assures me they're just fabrications, and
You're
there's nothing
trespassing
down
here.
there save a few stray skeever.
Well, make sure we keep the patrols out night
Welcome
and
to
day,
Mistvale.
just to be
Not
safe.
here. Come with me. Stay close and the guards will leave you alone.
Don't suppose you'd enchant my sword. Dull old blade can barely cut butter.
I suppose you're here to extort something from me? Is that... So, you're an Imperial spy. Interesting. I have no strong love for the Stormcloaks, but I can't say I'm all that fond of the Empire either. This war of yours makes it difficult for a resourceful woman to advance her interests. Perhaps we can find a way for both of us to prosper from this unfortunate discovery? What if I told you about a large shipment of gold and weapons?
Yes, Mother. What is it?
This situation with the sewers beneath the city. I hear people have entered
Oh
this
no,
place and have
I'm no
gone missing.
fool. You'll learn what you need to know once we've come to an
I've heard
agreement.
such things. Anuriel assures me they're just fabrications, and
They're
there's
taking it by
nothing down there
wagon to
save a few
Windhelm.
stray
If you hurry, you'll catch them before they get
Well,
far.
make sure we keep the patrols out
It'll be
night
a
and
fairly
day,
slow-moving
just to be safe.
caravan. The shipment is quite heavy, and guarded by many men. Now let's pretend we never had this discussion. You're welcome in Riften, as long as you continue to obey our
You're
laws.
trespassing here. You'd better clear out.
Yes? I was named after the sound a lion makes. You know, roar! Really?
Congratulations. I hope you have a... I need to get my things and say goodbye to everyone. I'll meet you at home.
Just let me get
Thanks.
my things and...
Yo!
I guess you had your
Someone's being
reasons.
attacked.
What's done is done. Just let me get my things.
I need to get my things and say goodbye to everyone.
I'm getting out of here.
I'll meet you at home.
I was named after the sound a lion
Why
makes.
someone
like you want to hang around
I
a
need to
place
get my
like
things
this?
and say goodbye to everyone. I'll
Just
meet
let
you
me
at
get my
home.
things and say
Thanks.
goodbye to everyone.
Thanks
I'll
so
meet you.
much.
Congratulations.
Thanks
I hope you
again.
have a what?
This Imperial armor is damn heavy.
The General and I have our disagreements, but he's the best hope for both the... Excellent work. I knew you'd bring back something useful. It just so happens I've got some scouts along the road. Meet up with them and together see if you can't overpower the caravan.
I am standing.
Mercy!
Move along, concern you, friend.
Tearing everything apart, not do something. Most of my family disagrees.
What the rebels like to forget is that the Empire's what's keeping the Dominion out of Skyrim.
I had heard you. Well, well, look who it is. How have you been? These are dark days, but at least we know we're doing our part to make things better. I guess I'm doing all right. I need this to go well. This is my first real command since they promoted me after Whiterun. You know, some nights when I close my eyes, I see the battle stretched out before me, like I'm still there. Do the men you've killed haunt you? Mine do. Really? It just so happens we've been tracking a wagon for about a day now. So that's what's in there. Coins and weapons. How do you know that? That was crafty. I'm sure having a steward in the pocket will come in handy. Lucky for us that the wagon recently had a little accident. They're stranded now, just up the road. We're outnumbered, but I have a plan. You got here just in time. First, we're going to take out their sentry, then we'll situate ourselves overlooking the camp. Next, you'll infiltrate the position and get their attention, while we hit them with a barrage of arrows. With a bit of luck, we'll catch them completely off guard and even the odds a little. All right, if you insist. But we'll come running if it sounds like things have gotten out of hand.
Shut up.
We made quite a... Huh, you're still alive.
When are we gonna see some action?
Yeah.
Good work. I'll send some men with a wagon to collect the prize. We can use the weapons here, and I'll pass on the coin to Solitude. Your objective is Fort Greenwall. Meet the soldiers preparing for the attack, then join them in wiping out the rebels. Once you prevail, we will garrison the fort. Well, soldier, are you up to the task? I knew I could count on you, soldier.
Wind guide you. Where did you learn of that? Who have you been talking to? The Blades, of course. They specialize in meddling in matters they barely understand. Their reckless arrogance knows no bounds. They have always sought to turn the Dragonborn from the path of wisdom. Have you learned nothing from us? Would you simply be a tool in the hands of the Blades to be used for their own purposes? What I want is irrelevant. This shout was used once before, was it not? And here we are again. Have you considered that Alduin was not meant to be defeated? Those who overthrew him in ancient times only postponed the day of reckoning. They did not stop it. If the world is meant to end, so be it. Let it end and be reborn. No, not now. Not until you return to the path of wisdom. Forgive me, I was intemperate. I allowed my emotions to cloud my judgment. Master Einarth reminded me of my duty. The decision whether or not to help you is not mine to make. No, I cannot teach it to you.
because I do not know it. It is called Dragonrend, but its words of power are unknown to us. We do not regret this loss. Dragonrend holds no place within the Way of the Voice. Only Paarthurnax, the master of our order, can answer that question, if he so chooses. He is our leader. He surpasses us all in his mastery of the Way of the Voice. You weren't ready. You still aren't ready. But, thanks to the Blades, you now have questions that only Paarthurnax can answer. He lives in seclusion on the very peak of the mountain. He speaks to us only rarely, and never to outsiders. Being allowed to see him is a great privilege. Only those whose voice is strong can find the path. We will teach you a shout to open the way to Paarthurnax. The path to Paarthurnax lies through this gate. I will show you how to open the way. Look. Core. Grant you my understanding of clear skies. This is your final gift from us, Dragonborn. Use it well. Clear skies will blow away the mist, but only for a time. The path to Paarthurnax is perilous, not to be embarked upon lightly. Keep moving, stay focused on your goal, and you will reach the summit. Use clear skies to open the way to Paarthurnax.
Greetings, Wunderneek. I am Paarthurnax. Who are you? What brings you to my Strumach, my mountain? They see me as master, Wuth Onik, old and wise. It is true I am old. Tell me, why do you come here, Volan? Why do you intrude on my meditation? Drem, patience. There are formalities which must be observed at the first meeting of two of the Dove. By long tradition, the Elder speaks first. Hear my Thum. Feel it in your bones. Match it if you are Dovahkiin. I have spoken. The Rotmulag waits. Not until introductions are complete. Test your Thum against mine, Dovahkiin. Now, show me what you can do. Greet me not as mortal, but as Dova. Yes, Sosedo Vrostmul. The dragon blood runs strong in you. It is long since I had the pleasure of speech with one of my own kind. I have expected you, Proda. You would not come all this way for Tinvak with an old Dova. No, you seek your weapon against Alduin. Alduin Comet Tid. What else would you seek? Alduin and Dovahkiin return together. But I do not know the Thum you seek. Croesus, it cannot be known to me. Your kind, Jor, mortals, created it as a weapon against the Dove, the dragons. Our Hadrime, our minds, cannot even comprehend its concepts. Drem, all in good time. First, a question for you. Why do you want to learn this Thum? Yes, Alduin, Zemach, the elder brother, gifted, grasping, and troublesome, as is so often the case with Firstborn. But why? Why must you stop Alduin? True, but Kostid, prophecy, tells what may be, not what should be. Kostid Salo Ak. Just because you can do a thing does not always mean you should. Do you have no better reason for acting than destiny? Are you nothing but a plaything of Dez, of fate? If you can see your destiny clearly, your sight is clearer than mine. Dahman, remember, Alduin also follows his destiny as he sees it. But I bow before your certainty. In a way, I envy you. The curse of much knowledge is often indecision. But you have indulged my weakness for speech long enough. Croesus, now I will answer your question. Do you know why I live here, at the peak of the Monaven, what you name Throat of the World? This is the most sacred mountain in Skyrim, Sokravakstruma, the great mountain of the world. Here, the ancient tongues, the first mortal masters of the voice, brought Alduin to battle and defeated him. Yes and no. Viknusnikaron. Alduin was not truly defeated either. If he was, you would not be here today seeking to defeat him. The Nords of those days used the Dragonrend shout to cripple Alduin, but this was not enough. Ok Mulag Unslad. It was the Kell, the Elder Scroll. They used it to cast him adrift on the currents of time. How to explain in your tongue? The Dove have words for such things that Jor do not. It is an artifact from outside time. It does not exist, but it has always existed. Rahwatlam. They are fragments of creation. The Kele, Elder Scrolls, as you name them, they have often been used for prophecy. Yes, your prophecy comes from an Elder Scroll. But this is only a small part of their power. Zofa Suyek. Not intentionally. Some hoped he would be gone forever, forever lost. Meye. I knew better. Tidbo Amativ. Time flows ever onward. One day, he would surface. Which is why I have lived here. For thousands of mortal years, I have waited. I knew where he would emerge, but not when. Tid Krent. Time was shattered here because of what the ancient Nords did to Alduin. If you brought that Kell, that Elder Scroll back here to the Tid Ahran, the Time Wound, with the Elder Scroll that was used to break time, you may be able to cast yourself back to the other end of the break. You could learn Dragonrend from those who created it. necrosis. No, I know little of what has passed below in the long years I have lived here. You are likely better informed than I. Trust your instincts, Dovahkiin. Your blood will show you the way. So, you have made your way here to me. No easy task for a Jor, mortal. Even for one of Dovahsos, dragon blood. What would you ask of me? Sum Ark, Drem Yolok, greetings. I cannot tell you in detail. I never heard it used. Kogan. It was the first Thum created solely by mortals. It was said to force a dragon to experience the concept of mortality. A truly von Mindoran. Incomprehensible idea to the immortal Dove. Return it here to the Tid Achran. Then, Kele Vomindok. Nothing is certain with such things. But I believe the scroll's bond with the Tid Achran will allow you a seeing, a vision of the moment of its creation. Then you will feel, know Dragonrend in the power of its first expression. You will see them, Wuthfadon, my friends, Haken, Gormlaith, Feldir. The first mortals that I taught the Thum, the first tongues, the leaders of the rebellion against Alduin. They were mighty in their day, even to attempt to defeat Alduin. Sahrot Yun. The Nords have had many heroes since, but none greater. I have taught the way of the voice for centuries, and the Thum since long before that. But no, Dovahkiin. Others do not come here to train anymore. Saran, you are the first in over 100 years. I meditate on the Rotmulag, the words of power. I counsel in their use. It is enough for me. Knowing a word of power is to take its meaning into yourself. Contemplate the meaning of a Rotmulag. You will become closer to that word as it fills your inner self. Will I teach you, Dovahkiin? What word calls you to deeper understanding? There are 3 to master. Fus, Faim, and Yol. Fade in your tongue. Mortals have greater affinity for this word than the Dove. Everything mortal fades away in time, but the spirit remains. Ponder the meaning of spirit, Unslad Zi. Where mortal flesh may wither and die, the spirit endures. That is fine. Let that meaning fill you, Sum Ark Mora. You will find that your spirit will give you more strength. Which calls to you, Dovahkiin? Fus, Faim, or Yol? It is called force in your tongue. But as you push the world, so does the world push back. Think of the way force may be applied effortlessly. Imagine but a whisper pushing aside all in its path. That is Fus. Let its meaning fill you. Sum Arc Mora. You will push the world harder than it pushes back. Which calls to you, Dovahkiin? Fus, Thaim, or Yol? In your tongue, the word simply means fire. It is change given form, power at its most primal. That is the true meaning of Yol. Solyek, power. You have it, as do all Dove. But power is inert without action and choice. Think of this as the fire builds in your Sum, in your breath. Sum Arc Mora. What will you burn? What will you spare? Vormindok, I do not know. Perhaps in the very doing, they erased the knowing of it from time itself. The Dove are children of Akatosh. Thus, we are specially attuned to the flow of time. Perhaps also uniquely vulnerable. I warned them against such a rash action. Even I could not foresee its consequences. Nust Lihon. They would not listen. Yes, there were a few of us that rebelled against Alduin's Thur, his tyranny. We aided the humans in his overthrow. But they did not trust us, ni Ov. Their inner counsels were kept hidden from us. I was far from here on the day of Alduin's downfall, but all Dove felt the sundering of time itself. Speak, I will listen. Speak, I will listen. Lok Thum.
So, you spoke to Paarthurnax. The dragon blood burns bright within you. Did he tell you what you wanted to know? Did he teach you the dragon rend shout? Well, so be it. If he believes it is necessary for you to learn this, we will bow to his wisdom. We have never concerned ourselves with the scrolls. The gods themselves would rightly fear to tamper with such things. As for where to find it, such blasphemies have always been the stock and trade of the mages of Winterhold. They may be able to tell you something about the Elder Scroll you seek. The Blades were born of dragon-hating crusaders. They still carry that legacy, although they may not remember from whence it came. They carried out a genocide of dragons when they first came to Tamriel. And now, they will do it again. With your help. Sky above, voice within.
You are now in the Arcanium, of which I am in charge. It might as well be my own little plane of oblivion. Disrupt my Arcanium, and I will have you torn apart by angry Paarthurnax. Now, do you require assistance? I know what you want. Word travels fast around here. Discovered some big mystery, huh? Well, you don't even need to ask. No, I don't have anything for you. Not anymore, anyway. I said not anymore. Paarthurnax stole a number of books when he ran off to Felglow Keep to join those summoners. Some kind of peace offering. I think one of those volumes may have had some relevant information. If you want them, you'll have to talk to Paarthurnax. Not enough to bother with. Archmage Aaron's approach to these things is just to let them sort themselves out. Although now it looks like you'll be doing the sorting. Good luck with that. And what do you plan to do with it? Do you even know what you're asking about? Or are you just someone's errand girl? You think that even if I did have one here, I would let you see it? It would be kept under the highest security. The greatest thief in the world wouldn't be able to lay a finger on it. What about? Wait. Were you the one the Greybeards were calling? I'll bring everything we have on them, but it's not much. So don't get your hopes up. It's mostly lies, leavened with rumor and conjecture. Of course I do. If I didn't, most of these books would have been burned to ashes or dissolved to nothing before the Third Era. Mages need to be reminded to be careful around research materials. A mage is only as good as what he knows. I try to make sure as much knowledge is available as possible. We've been keeping this collection since the Second Era. Books have come and gone during that time, but it's mostly intact. Let's just call it a difference of opinion with the college. They were interested in research that goes outside the bounds of what the college allows, so they were persuaded to leave. As a matter of fact, there are. Have you ever heard of Shalador? Immensely powerful mage, back in the First Era. Had an understanding of magic few have ever matched. He holed himself up in Labyrinthian, and devoted all his time to research and study. But more than you would imagine possible. Since then, his writings have been scattered all over Skyrim, but are little use to anyone who can't translate them. I'm one of the few who can. I've heard whispers of more of his work having turned up. If you can track it down, it may prove useful to all of us. He was an apprentice here at the college. Not very skilled, but got involved with a group of mages who took a liking to him. When they left, he took off after them, stole supplies and books from the college, I suppose as a way to ingratiate himself. If you're feeling adventurous, I'm always looking for someone to procure valuable books from some more dangerous locations. Well, all right, here. I scribbled down the last place I'd heard about. Check it out, but be careful. Mm-hmm. Here you go. Try not to spill anything on them. I want to see you treating any of these books poorly. Are we clear? Hundreds of years have gone into assembling this collection. It's going to stay pristine, understand? You need a book? You talk to me. Otherwise you're going to find yourself in a lot of pain. Aye, that's the work of Septimus Cygnus. He's the world's master of the nature of Elder Scrolls, but, well, he's been gone for a long while. Too long. Somewhere up north, in the ice fields. He said he found some old Dwemer artifact, but well, that was years ago. Haven't heard from him since. I don't care if you wrote it yourself. If you want a book from here, you go through me.
I think the college is due
The
for a change
Arcanium
in
is always
leadership.
accepting new... I have a few things laying around that weren't worth adding to the collection. You may look through them. Until next time.
You there. I have questions for you. You were in Sarthol, yes? It has come to my attention that something was found there. I know full well that you have. Please do not insult my intelligence. Tolfdir is still there now, is he? I shall expect a full report when he returns. Something was discovered in Sarthal that was significant enough that Tolfdir sent a new member of the college, alone, to deliver word. That sounds precisely like the sort of thing that should matter to everyone, especially me. Thank you for your help. You may go now. I have many important... Are you quite sure we need to be speaking?
I've been looking for you. Got something I'm supposed to deliver. Your hands only. Let's see here. A letter. Not sure who from. He wouldn't say, just that he was a friend of yours. Looks like that's it. Got to go.